Hello guys, this is Manjit Rawat, your online instructor. So guys, welcome back once again to Teach Me Cloud YouTube channel. And guys, this is our third video related to the AG104 certification. And in this video, I'm planning to describe you about the remaining content of Active Directory. So if we're talking about agenda of this video, so in this class we will discuss, you can say that in this class we will discuss about the Azure AD Join and also discuss about the Azure AD Connect and also try to make a difference between the Azure AD Join and Azure AD Connect. So this is our agenda. I'll try to describe you about the entire part which is available in Azure AD Join and Azure AD Connect, and also we'll discuss about the theoretical and practical part. We'll give you the entire step how we can configure Azure AD Join and Azure AD Connect as well. So guys, I'm just going to proceed directly with the help of Azure portal, and I also established my on-premises Windows 10 operating system and Server 2012 operating system with Active Directory services. So I'm going to describe you about the entire step. So before proceeding, if you are new on my channel or new with this particular video, so please subscribe my channel, because once you subscribe my channel, you will get information related about cloud technology. Lot of cloud provider, like you are able to find the video related to the Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, and also if you want to know about the virtualization, so in my channel's playlist you are able to find the video related to the virtualization. Yes, I'm talking about the VMware 6.0, 6.5 and 6.7 as well. So let's start our agenda class according to the agenda. So firstly, just try to understand about the meaning of Azure AD Join. So as per the name, the meaning of Azure AD Join, I'm just going to compare our AD Join with our on-premises networking. On-premises networking in the sense, I hope you know about the normal Azure, the normal Windows Server 2012 or 2K8 Active Directory services. So what we need to do if we're talking about on-premises Active Directory, you need to install the Active Directory services on your server operating system, and with the help of Active Directory, you are able to make a connection with client machine. And client machine in the sense, you can say that Windows 7, Windows 8 or Windows 10 operating system. Once you join your Active Directory with Windows machine, with client machine, you are able to control the entire thing related to your client services, related to your client machine. But in this case, if we're talking about our Azure Active Directory, we're talking about Azure AD Join. So basically in this term, we need to discuss about how we can create a user over Azure AD, and we'll just try to use the same user to connect our on-premises Windows 10 operating system. So this is our agenda. I'm just going to describe with the help of one graph, like as this is, for example, this one is our Azure portal. This is our Azure portal, okay, and in second part, this is our local office. This is our on-premises office, right? I'm just going to mention the name local office. And in the local office, you establish a multiple client operating system. Client operating system in the sense, we can say that it's a Windows 10 operating system. Clear? So this one is our Windows 10 operating system, which is available in on-premises. This is the physical machine, and I'm planning to control our Windows 10 operating system, or Windows 10 machine, which is available in on-premises. We try to control the login access with the help of Azure portal, with the help of Azure AD Connect, with the help of Azure AD user, not Connect. Okay, so what we need to do, if we're talking about the step, if we're talking about the procedure, how we can do that. So the first step, you need to customize your domain. So first option, customize your domain. For example, you purchase a domain over a GoDaddy.com, Namecheap, or HostGator, anywhere you purchase a domain with name of your organization, like as xyz.com, abc.com, you purchase from GoDaddy.com. So first of all, you need to customize your domain with Azure Active Directory. What you need to do, you need to associate your domain that you have already purchased from GoDaddy.com. You need to associate your domain with your Azure Active Directory, and after associating, you need to create a one user, and user must be a part of your own domain. So second step, you need to create a user. In the second step, we need to create a user by using our domain name. And in the third step, we will join user to Windows 10 operating system. And as we know that Windows 10 operating system available in on-premises, right? So between the communication, if we're talking about the communication between on-premises to Azure portal, we just need to use the internet connection, just internet connection. And by using the internet connection, we will make a connection between Azure portal to our on-premises Windows 10 operating system. So guys, this is our agenda, and I'm just going to show you the step how we can proceed it. So first of all, what we need to do, we need to open our Azure portal. This is our Azure portal, right? Clear? And what we need to do, once you open your Azure portal, you need to click on the security part. This is the security, and under the security we have a one option, Azure Active Directory, right? You need to click on the Azure Active Directory, and now first of all I'm going to check how many devices are connected with my Azure AD. So you need to click on the devices, right? So there are no devices connected with our Active Directory because we are not associated our Azure Active Directory with any on-premises machine, on-premises server. So right now we don't have any devices connected with our Azure Active Directory. So first step, you need to customize your domain. So I'm just going to open the custom domain name. Just click here. When we click on the custom domain name, you are able to see your default domain. So my default domain name is mananrawat24gmail.onmicrosoft.com. But as we discussed, we are planning to handle the organization. So organization must be contain a domain name from anywhere. It's depend upon the organization. They are purchasing the domain from GoDaddy.com, Namecheap, or HostGator, and from any destination you can purchase it. From any vendor you can purchase your domain. So I have already purchased a one domain name with name of elearningplace.in. So elearningplace.in is available on my GoDaddy.com account. So what I'm planning, I'm just planning to associate our GoDaddy.com domain with Azure Active Directory. Clear? So what we need to do, just open your GoDaddy.com account and copy the domain name. So I'm just going to copy the domain name. This is our domain name, elearningplace.in. Sorry, just copy the domain name and open the custom domain. See, this is the custom domain which is available in the property of Azure Active Directory. Click add custom domain, and when we click on the add custom domain, we need to provide the name. Just paste your domain name. It's a elearningplace.in. Click add domain. This is the first step to manage the Azure AD join. And once you type the domain name and click connect, you will be get two different types of record. One is TXT record and another is MX record. So you need to copy the value of your TXT record. Open your domain location in the sense GoDaddy.com, and click on the manage DNS. Open your domain name and click on the manage DNS. It will give you the option to save your record. Those records are given by the Azure portal. So we need to wait, and it will be show you the space where we can save our domain record. Okay. So this is the place. This is the default record. We need to follow. We need to save one more record which is available on Azure Active Directory. Just click add. And which types of record we need to configure? We need to configure TXT record, right? Open the domain and we need to select the types of record. It's a TXT. In host, you need to proceed with @ value as you copy. This is the value of our TXT record. And by default TTL is 3600, right? So I'm just going to proceed with the 3600. Click save. This is the first record. In the second record, you need to click on the MX. This is the MX record. In the MX record, we need to point the destination address, and also we need to copy the priority of our MX record. So first of all, we need to copy the address, copy it, go to the domain, add. This time we need to proceed with MX record. Select the host @ this is the point, and you need to paste the point. And we'll also need to copy the priority. So this is our priority. Click copy on the priority and paste here. Done. And click save. So this is the information that we copy from from our Azure portal and paste over a GoDaddy.com. Once you complete it, we need to just click on the verify. Now our domain is successfully verified, right? No need to do anything. I'm just going to click on the custom domain again, and now we are able to see your e-learning place successfully associated with Azure Active Directory, right? So this is our domain name, elearningplace.in, and the elearningplace.in successfully joined the Azure Active Directory domain. Clear? Now I'm going to create a one user. The user should be associated with your domain name. So what we need to do, just click on username, just click on the user icon, and we have a lot of options we have already discussed in our previous videos. So I'm just going to click new user, and this time I'm going to proceed with our custom domain name. So type the name of user, like I'm going to proceed with any name you can decide, like as a training. This is our username, and I'm going to proceed with e-learning place. You need to drag and drop and select your domain name. So e-learning place is our domain name. Type the display name. So display name is also training. Need to configure our password by self. I'm going to proceed with password. I'm going to use my own password like this. No need to make any kinds of role or feature, role or groups. Just proceed with to create. We successfully created a user. The username is training. This is our training, and training at the rate elearningplace.in. In the first login, we need to configure the MFA. We need to configure the multi-factor authentication. So in the first time, you need to log in your portal with the help of training at elearningplace.in. So that's why I'm just going to reset the password for this particular user. So open any different browser. I'm going to open the portal.azure.com. Sorry, and you just try to log in your new user. So our username is training at the rate elearningplace.in, right? This is our full username. You need to provide the password that you configure over Azure AD Connect. Okay, no problem. I need to refresh and log in it again. This is training at the rate elearningplace.in, training at elearningplace.in, right? This is our username, and I think our password is 1234. Some issue with password. Need to check it. Just give me 1 minute. I need to change the password. Okay, just reset the password. This is our new password. So copy your password and log in it again. portal.azure.com. Training at the rate elearningplace.in. Next, paste your password that you got from reset. And click sign in. This is first login, so you need to configure your own password. Type the old password and need to provide a new password, like I'm going to proceed with new password. Okay. Click next. Okay, due to security reason, we need to provide a two-way authentication. Means you need to prove yourself by using your phone number and by using your mail ID. So I'm just going to proceed to set up my phone number. Select your country code, like I'm going to use my country code INDIA India +91. Enter your mobile number, right, and click text me. Microsoft send you a text on your phone. So I need to confirm it. Okay, sorry, it's bad. I need to proceed with again. Try again. Just text again. Actually, I'm not bring my mobile phone right now. That's why. 670982 and click verify. Okay, now our phone number is successfully verified, but you need to verify your mail ID as well. Just set up it and type your mail ID. This is manjet56 at yahoo.com. This is my yahoomail.com and click email me. And open your mail ID in different browser and you will be get a one message from Microsoft. Okay, this is the first mail from Microsoft. You need to open it, copy the code, okay, and paste. For the verification, click, sorry, copy it and paste. Okay. Click verify. So Microsoft just changed the policy to log in your user first time and click finish. Now your training at the rate elearningplace.in successfully login with browser. But our motto to use the same user to connect our on-premises Windows 10 operating system. Got it? So what you need to do, you need to open your Windows 10 operating system. I'm going to show you the practical how we can connect the same user with the on-premises Windows 10 operating system. So this is our Windows 10 OS that I installed on my another machine. So this is my Windows 10 operating system, which is a physical laptop, and I'm going to connect our on-premises Windows 10 operating system with Azure AD user. So what you need to do, you need to click on the start button, need to click on the setting. This is the setting icon. Click on the setting and you will be get a multiple option which is available in the Windows setting. You need to proceed with account. Once we click on the accounts, we have a lot of options like as your info, email, accounts, sign in option. We need to proceed with access work or school. Click here. Once we click on the access work or school, we need to click on the connect. And you need to provide your user ID and password. Those user ID and password you created over Azure portal, especially under the Azure Active Directory. So our username is training at elearningplace.in, right? This is our username, training at elearningplace.in. Click next. You need to provide your password. Those password you configured over a portal. So I configured a password 3 1 2 3 4. Just click sign in. Just try to communicating with on-premises to cloud. It will be take maybe 1 or 2 minutes. It's depend upon your local internet speed. We successfully configure. We have added account successfully. You now have access to your organization, app, and services. So now we successfully connected with training at elearningplace.in, and now with the help of this particular account, you can manage the application software. Those software you are planning to install on your Windows 10 operating system, and you can manage these applications and software by using the user of your Azure Active Directory. So this is the entire process to manage the Azure AD join. This is the concept of Azure AD join. I'm going to show you about detail related to the Windows 10 operating system. As we discussed over Azure portal, while customize the domain, I'm just going to click on the domain name. This is our Active Directory, default Active Directory, Azure Active Directory. We need to click on the devices, and once we click on the devices, it will be display you about the information of your on-premises machine. So this is our local PC Windows 10, right? It's enabled Windows 10. The types of operating system is Windows 10. This is the version. and we are using the join type is Azure AD registered. Honor is training. MDM is not configured. Got it? So once you connect your on-premises, Windows 10 operating system, you will be get the information of your Windows 10 OS over Azure portal as well, right? If you want to check, if you want to verify the both machines are equal, so you need to open your on-premises Windows 10 operating system. This is our on-premises. I'm going to show you the computer name. Just open the My Computer properties. So we need to click this PC and open the properties. And in the property we are able to see local PC Win 10, right? This is our local system name, you can say that, local computer name, and this is successfully available on premises. This is available on Azure portal. So this is the concept of Azure AD join. I hope you understand about the work of Azure AD join. Got it? So I hope you understand about the entire step that we follow to manage the Azure AD join. Next, we just try to understand about the another option. Another option is related to the Azure AD Connect. So for Azure AD Connect, I have already installed. Just try to understand about the meaning of Azure AD Connect and why we need to configure it. The one of important thing is that why we need to configure Azure AD Connect. So basically, this is our Azure portal, or you can say that this is our Office 365 portal, because the Azure AD Connect can help you in both situations. And this is our local machine, local Active Directory server. The server name is, for example, is india.com. Okay, and we can say this is our Azure portal, and another is our Office 365 portal. So with the help of Azure AD Connect, you are able to make a connection. You are able to synchronize your on-premises user to our Azure portal or Office 365 portal. Means, for example, in your local machine, this is our local Active Directory in on-premises AD, on-prem AD, and the on-prem AD contain multiple users, to thousands user up to 2000 user on-premises available, and you want to synchronize the entire user over a Azure portal, or you can also say that over a Office 365 portal. So with the help of Azure AD Connect, you can make a connection between on-premises AD to Azure portal or Office 365 portal. What we need to do? So for this particular task, for this particular practical, what we need to do? We need to open our on-premises Active Directory that I installed over on my workstation. So I'm going to open my workstation. This is Server 2012 operating system. Turn on the Server 2012 operating system that you install on-premises. It may be base machine. For the practice purpose, I install my Server 2012 and Active Directory on by using the workstation. So first of all, we just need to log in it. Okay, so I'm just going to pause the video. Once I will log in our Server 2012, we will proceed again. Okay, so we successfully log in our server operating system. You can say that Active Directory machine, which is configured on premises. I'm going to show you how many users are available. So just click on the tools and go to the Active Directory user and computer. And once we click on the Active Directory user and computer, we are able to get the information about users. Just click users. So under the user, we have our demo, we have a Mac user, and if you want to, you can create a more than. I'm just going to create one more user, like as the username is Telnet. Okay, I'm going to create a one more user and try to synchronize the entire user to Azure portal. So this is the Telnet. Proceed with the password. I'm going to proceed. I'm going to configure one password like this. Okay, click next and finish. So now our on-premises machine contains three different types of user. The username is demo, username Mac, and we created one more user with name of Telnet. So we have a three different user which is available in on-premises Active Directory. We are planning to synchronize the entire user over Azure portal under the Azure AD users. So what we need to do? it's really simple option. You need to open the Google, just open your Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, and download one agent, right? I hope you know about it. You need to download Azure AD Connect, right? Just open Google and type download Azure AD Connect. So basically, the Azure AD Connect is a type of agent you need to download with the help of Microsoft site. You can say that the size of this agent is approximately 92 MB or maybe 60 MB. I'm not sure about it. So you just open it and just click download from Microsoft site. Once you click on the download, uh, yep, it's a 96 MB of file. Just click save, and it will be take some time. It will take some time to download it. And once it's download, we will install it and make a connection between on premises to our Azure Active Directory. Okay, so we successfully downloaded the Azure AD Connect. We just need to open the Azure AD Connect. Just open download, and this is the Azure AD Connect agent. You need to install on your on-premises Active Directory. So I'm going to proceed to install our Azure AD Connect agent, and meanwhile we need to open our Azure Active Directory. This is our Azure Active Directory, and click on the users. This is the panel of user. So we are planning to synchronize the entire user. Those users are available on premises. We are planning to connect. We are planning to synchronize all user to Azure Active Directory users. So we need to install it. This is the procedure. It's a really simple procedure to install your Azure AD Connect on any server operating system, on any Active Directory machine. Just click continue, and we need to just click on the use express setting. I'm not going to proceed with customize because I need to create one more video to understand about the Azure AD Connect services. So this is the information you need to enter your Azure AD global administration credential, right? So in this case, you can use your on credential. Like I'm going to proceed with my on user name. This is manan.24@gmail.com, right? And we need to provide the user password. This is the login detail of our Azure portal. Clear? Sorry, we are unable to manage it because it's our own account. So we need to create a one user ID. We need to create a one user account over Azure portal and make it global administrator. So like that, we have a multiple users are available here. So I'm going to make AWS. I'm just going to use the AWS user, and you need to assign the role of global administrator. Just click on the assigned role, add, and we are planning to make it global administrator. So choose the global administrator. This is the global administrator panel. Click add, and use your username. So our username is we just need to check it. Click profile. It's aws@mananrawat24gmail.onmicrosoft.com. So I'm going to use it. aws@mananrawat24. It's a Gmail dot on microsoft.com, right? And use your password. I don't know about the password, so that's why I'm planning to reset it. Just click on the reset, copy your password, and try to log in and reset the password by self. portal@azure.com. I'm just going to log in our Azure portal only to reset the password of our AWS @mananrawat24 gmail.com. So just log out it and log in it again with the help of new users. Okay, this is our username mananrawa24 gmail.com, and just paste your password, then sign in. And we need to update the password. Update the password in the sense you need to, okay, MFA is also configured, no problem. Okay, do one thing, I'm just going to create a new user because it's create a problem. I'm not bring my mobile phone, that's why I'm unable to find the code. So that's why I'm going to proceed to create a new user. It's good for you all, it is also good for you. I'm going to just use create new user with name of like as, are we already created a one user with name of I think with name of telnet. So I'm just going to make, this is the training, sorry, not telnet, training at the rate elearningplace.in. So I'm just going to use this user account to log in the our login our Azure Ready Connect. So just try to make it global administrator. Assign the role, global administrator, click add, and try to use this user. I'm going to use training at the rate e-learning place.in. Okay, it's verified. So this is your Azure account. You need to use the Azure account, Azure user account, and your Azure AD user account must be a part of global administrator. And another option is related to your on-premises credential. So I'm just going to use my on-premises credential. So like the domain name is basically india.com, right? Just username is administrator, and provide the detail of your password. So I'm going to use my password, click next. First you need to provide the information about your Azure AD user. Second, you need to sign in with your on-premises user account, with your on-premises uh, you can say the administrator account. So this is our india.com, you need to click next. These are all the information which is available in the Azure Ready Connect, and we will discuss more about it one by one and step by step. But after completing this video, because we need to understand about the Azure AD Connect separately as well. So here we are just following the rule of Azure AD 104 Azure AZ 104 certification. So just try to make a connection between on-premises AD to our Azure portal. And after completing this task, you are able to get the entire information, entire user information which is available on-premises. It will be automatically highlighted on our Azure Active Directory user icon or user panel. So it just synchronize. It will be take time. It's depend upon the speed of your local internet connection as well. So meanwhile, I'm just going to open our Azure portal, and over Azure portal, just click on the devices. Only one device is connected because we still connecting with our on-premises Active Directory. Once our Active Directory connected successfully, okay, no problem. Okay, it will be take up to 5 to 7 minutes to synchronize the entire thing. Meanwhile, I'm just going to click on user. Okay, so our Azure AD Connect agent successfully installed on premises Active Directory. I'm just going to show you the user which is available on premises AD. Just click Tools and go to the Active Directory user and computer. So we created a user with name of demo, with name of Mac, with the name of Telnet. So I'm just going to show you the same users are available on our Azure Active Directory portal. So this is our Azure AD. Just click on the Active Directory and click users. And in the users panel, we are able to see this is demo, this is Mac, Telnet, test, training. So these all users successfully synchronized from on-premises Active Directory to our Azure Active Directory, right? So if you want to identify, so you are able to see Windows Server AD. So those types of users connected with Windows Server AD, it means that all users are associated with the on-premises. So this is the concept. This is the concept to manage the Azure AD and Azure AD Connect. Got it? So AD Join and AD Connect both are separate to each other, and we discussed about the both content. I hope you understand about the entire step, what those steps we followed to configure the Azure AD Join and Azure AD Connect. And guys, in next video we'll describe more about the Azure AD Connect. So I hope you like the video, and thank you so much for cooperating. Thank you so much for to watching, and we'll meet soon again with new video. Thank you so much. Take care.